Om Agyanati Mirandasya Ginangina Shalakaya. Chakshurumilitminatas Maishi Guruven Maha. Shri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapit Mena Bhutale Swarapakadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandekam Shri Guru Shutapadakamalam Shri Gun Vishnivamscha. Ширухам съгръщам с Хаганаргунатам, витам тансадживам, съдватам савадутам париджанас, хитам кришна читания девам, Ширата Кришна падан сагналалита, Шивишакан витам ща. Хе Кришна Каруна Синду, Дина Банду Джагатпате, Гопейша Гопика Канта, Рада Канта на мостуте, Тапта Канчна Горанги, Раде Вринда Внешвари, Вриша Панус Те Деви, Пранама Ми Хари Прие. So now I will again try to read from the 3 books, and before that I will try to sing the Jaradhamadava also. Of course, before Jaradhamadava, I will try to sing also the Pranam mantras of His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhānta Vrnda, Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Prabhupāda, and of Śrīla and of His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Ṭhākur Prabhupāda, the Diksha Guru of His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhānta Vrnda, Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Prabhupāda. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Śrīmad Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Namine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Śrīmad Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Namine Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatya Deshatarine Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Śrīvasati Gaurya Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Śrīvasati Gaurya Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhav Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhav Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jahnava Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jahnava Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Yashodananda Jaya Vraja Janaranjana Jaya Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jahnava Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Yashodananda Jaya Vraja Janaranjana Jaya Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Now I will again try to sing first the three songs which the Vaishnavas sing in the Kartika month. Some Vaishnavas sing only the Damodaraastakam, and some other Vaishnavas sing the three songs. First the Śrīla Kripa Kataksa Stava Raja, spoken by Lord Shiva in the Urdhvanaya Tantra. Munindra Vrnda Vandita Triloka Shoka Harini Prasanna Vaktra Pankaja Nikunja Bhuvilasini Vrajendra Bandhu Nandini Vrajendra Suno Sangate Hadakari Shashivamam Kripa Kataksa Bhajanam Ashoka Vriksha Vitana Manda Pastita Pravala
Kalapalava Prabhapurangri Komare Varapayas Puratkare Prabhuta Sampadalaye Kadakari Shashihama Ripakataksa Bhajana Anangaranga Mangala Prasanga Banjura Bruvam Savibramam Sasabramam Tritanta Bhana Patana Nirantaram Vashikrita Ratiti Nanda-nandane Kadakari Shashihama Ripakataksa Bhajanam Tatit Suvarna Champaka Pradipta Gaura Vigrahe Mukha Prabha Parasta Koti Sharadendu Mandala Vichitra Chitra Sancharak Chakura Shavalochane Kadakari Shashihama Ripakataksha Bhajana Madhatiyovane pramodamana mandite priyanuragaranjite kalavilasa pandite ananya kunjaraja kamakeri kovide hadakari shashihama ripakataksha bhajanda Shisha-hava bhavadir Hira-hara bhushite Raputa-shata Kumbha-kumbha Kumbhi-kumbha sustane Prashasta-mandahasya-churna Purna-sakya-tsagare Hadakari-shashihama Ripakataksha-bhajanam Brinala vala valari taranga ranga dolate latagra lasya lolanil luchana velukane la la lulan milan manuka mukta mohana shrita kadakari shashihama ripakataksha bhajana Suvarna Marikanchita Trireka Kambokantake Trisutra Mangali Guna Triratna Diti Diti Salola Nila Kuntala Prasuna Kucha Gumfite Hadakari Shashihama Ripakataksha Bhajana Nitamba bimba lamba man pushpa mekala gune prashasta ratna kinkini kalapa mandya manjula karindra sunda dandika varuha sabhagoroke adakari shashihama ripakataksha bhajana Aneka mantra nada manju no purara vaskalat samachara jahansavams nikvanati gurave vilola hema valari vidambicharu chankrame adakari shashihama ripakataksha bhajana Ananda Koti Vishnu Lok Namra Padma Charsite Himatri Japulomaja Virinka Javara Prade Aparasiti Ridika Satpadangolinaki Hadakari Shashihama Ripakataksha Bhajana Maheshwari, Kriyeshwari, Swadeshwari, Sureshwari, Triveda Bharatishwari, Pramada Shasaneshwari, Rameshwari, Sameshwari, Pramoda Kananeshwari, Vrajeshwari, Vrajadipe, Shiradike Namostute. Itimamaputam stava nishamya bhanu nandini karotu santatam janam Kripa Kataksa bhajanam pavita daiva sanchita trirupa karma nashana pavita davrajendra sun mandala praveshana Katakari Shashiham Kripa Kataksa Bhajanam Katakari Shashiham Kripa Kataksa Bhajanam.
The next song is Sri Nanda-nandanaastakam, glorification of Sri Krishna from an unknown Vaishnava author.
Suchari Vaktramandala Sukarnaratna Kundalam Sucharchitanga Chandanam Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam Sudhika Netra Pankajam Sikhi Sikhanda Murtajam Ananga Koti Mohanam Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam Sunasika Gramatikam Svachandadanta Panktikam Navambudanga Chikanam Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam Karena Venuranjita Gati Karindra Ganjita Tukula Pita Shobana Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam Tripanga Deha Sundaram Nakadyuti Sudhakaram Amula Ratna Bhushanam Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam Sukhandahanga Saurabha Uro Viraji Kaustubha Spurat Srivatsalanjanam Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam 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 Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam. Vrindavana Sunagara Vilasanugavasasam Surendra Garva Mochanam Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam Rajangana Sunayakam Sada Sukha Pradayakam Jagamana Pralobanam Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam Sri Nanda-nandanaastakam Patitya Shraddhayanvita Tare Bhavaptindustaram Labeta Tangri-yukmakam Namami Nanda-nandanaastakam 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
The next one is Sri Damodaraastakam. The song, the bhajan Sri Damodaraastakam, spoken by Satyavrata Muni, recorded in the Padma Purana by Sri Krishna Dvaipayana Vedavyasa.
Namamishwaram Satchitanandarupa Lasat Kunda Gokule Bhajanana Yashodhavaya Kavatavamana Paramristamatyanta Tadrutyavya Ruttam Tamoho Netrayakmam Rinjanta Karamboja Yukmena Santaka Netra Muhusvasakam Patririkam Kaganta Sittagrivam Damoda Rambhakti Bhava Ittitra Svalila Perunanda Kunde Sakushani Majanta Akyapayanta Tadeshitagna Shubhakti Chitatva Puna Prematasta Sattavritivanda Varam Deva Moksham Namoksham Vadeva Nachanya Vrineha Varishatapiva Itam Deva Purnata Gopava Satame Manasya Virastam Kemahaya Itam te mukam bhajam vyaktanila Ritam kuntala snigarakta shagopyam Muhushkumbitam bimbarata tarame Manasya virasta halam lakshalava Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasada Prabhupada Jalabhimagya Kripa Drasti Vrastati Dinambadana Griha Nishamamaya Madhya Chidrisya Kuvairatma Jalpada Mutyavayadva Tvaya Mochita Bhakti Bhajakritacha Tata Prema Bhakti Svakame Prayacha Namoksha Graho Misti Damodareha Namaste Studanes Puraditidane Tvayadurayata Vishwasyadane Namuradhikai Tvayadurayaya Namunantaliraya Devayatubhya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nantaliraya Dayatubhya Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nantaliraya Dubya.
The translation I have read many times already in the previous videos. Now I will continue with my trials to read from these books, from these three beautiful books, wonderful books from wonderful Vaishnavas. Gaudiya Darsana, Jai Shri Gaudiya Darsana, Jai His Divine Grace, Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Ṭhākura Prabhupāda, Jai Shri Prema Prayojana Prabhu. As you all know, this is a translation in English of a lecture of His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Ṭhākura Prabhupāda, and also there are a translation from Shri Prema Prayojana Prabhu, and there are also explanations. This book Gaudiya Darsana. I must see where I was now. Okay. Only Shri Krishna Nushilanam produces complete auspiciousness. If Sri Krishna does not remain on the path of our memory in every step, every movement, while awake, while resting, while visiting places of pilgrimage, at the time of performing all eternal and temporary duties, then we will undoubtedly be deviated from our true purpose. Our welfare will not be achieved by adherence to the distorted Varnashrama Dharma that has been introduced in one's local nation or foreign nations. Complete auspiciousness for the living entities lies only in the Paramahamsya Dharma, that is, the uninterrupted cultivation of favorable service to Sri Krishna by all our senses. There is no other way, no other way, no other way. Therefore, Sri Gaurasundara has said, and here is a citation of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 2293.
Et sava chadihara varna shrama dharma akinchana hanalaya Krishna kasharana.
Abandon all paths, including Varnashrama Dharma. Abandon all paths, including Varnashrama Dharma. Become divested of worldly possessions. Become divested of worldly possessions and take exclusive shelter of Sri Krishna. Okay, now I will continue the next time with the reading further from the book. Jai Shri Gaudiya Darsana. Jai His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Ṭhākur Prabhupāda. Jai Shri Prema Prayojana Prabhu. Jai Shri Nanda-nandanaastakam Maharaj, the Guru Maharaj of Shri Prema Prayojana Prabhu. The next book, the Gayatri book of His Holiness Sachinandana Swami. Jai Sachinanda Swami, Jai His Holiness Sachinanda Swami, Jai the Gayatri book, Jai His Divine Grace by Vrnda Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Prabhupāda, the Diksha Guru of His Holiness Sachinandana Swami. So, the last time I read where is the proper place to read, to recite, to say in the mind the Gayatri mantras, and then now the bodily now about the bodily posture. What is the bodily posture when chanting the Gayatri mantras? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna provides useful instructions for yoga practice. For this, as I have read the last time, yes. For yoga practitioners, yes. And now the next part about the body posture. Also, chanting mantra japa is a yagya. We are meant to be worshipping the Lord. Yagya nam japa yagyosmi. But this is japa, this is not the Gayatri mantra. This is chanting, this is about chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay, further. Therefore, we should always sit on a mat while chanting rather than on the bare floor, since the latter is counted as an offense against the deity. This is confirmed by the following statement. While chanting, but it's not clear while chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra or while chanting the Gayatri Mantra. It's not clear. Okay, let us see the notes here, note 25 and note 26. Let us see where the notes about chapter 4. Yes, chapter 4. No, I cannot. Just a moment. I have to find the notes about chapter 4. So that means I have to come to the end of chapter 4. Yes, here are the notes. Now, the notes, I wanted to look at the notes number 25 and 26. Okay, 25, this is Bhagavad Gita 10:25, and 26, See Nectar of Devotion, chapter 8. Okay, let us see further. Yes. Okay, this is confirmed by the following statement. Now there's again citation, note number 27. Mantra Rana quoted in Hari Bhakti Vilasa 17, 139 to 140. Okay.
Anusana Harshaya Nova Gajano Eva Ratyaya Mashiva Stane Natapati Miranta Upanat Gutta Padova Yanasaya Katasta Prasharyana Japapadava Ukatashana Eva Vaha.
One should not chant japa sitting without a seat, while lying down sleeping, while walking, while standing, while on a path, or in an impure place such as a crematorium, or while in dark places, while wearing shoes, riding on a carrier, lying down, or spreading the legs. One should not chant japa. So it is again not clear, is it about the Gayatri mantra or about the Hare Krishna Maha mantra? Maybe it's really about the Gayatri mantra, because the Hare Krishna Maha mantra in verse 1 in verse 2 of Shishi Shikshastakam it is said that there are no any regulations about chanting of Hare Krishna Maha mantra. Everybody can chant it, the Hare Krishna Maha mantra, in any in any place. So maybe it is really about the Gayatri mantra. This what is written here, what is described and citated. Yes. So I will continue to read the next time from the Gayatri book. And really, in verse 2 of Sheshi Shikshastaka, it is said, Navnama Kari Bahudan Jishar Shakti, Trapitanyamita Smarnena Kala, Etadasitava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi, Durdaivam Tilsham Tachanin Ragha. Namahadi Pakudan Jishar Shaktis, Trapitanyamita Smarnena Kala, Etadasitava Kripa Bhagavan Mapi, Durdaivam Tilsham Tachanin Ragha. Namnama Kadi Bahudan Jishar Shaktis, Trapitanyamita Smarnena Kala. I forgot it already. Dasi tava kripa Bhagwan mapi durdaivam Bhaktisiddhānta Janina. Sorry for the pronunciation, terrible pronunciation, I know. Now I will again try. So verse 2 of Shikshastakam, spoken from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the 16th century. Nam namakadi bakudun shastak trapte yamitasmene nakala tadistava kripa bhagavat mamapi durvaram tishanta chnina nuragha. So, O dear Lord, in your uncomparable great mercy, you have done in such a way, you have done it in such a way that you have many names like Krishna, Govinda, Madhava, and any other names, and many other names are names of God. There are many names of God. So, you, Lord, in your great and incomparable mercy, and in your great mercy, you have done it in such a way that you have so many names, and every name of you, O Lord, is connected with a particular Shakti, a particular power, particular blessing, which comes to those who chant, who say, who sing your names, and also to those who hear your names or read your names. You, in your great mercy, O Lord, you have done this such a way that there is no any uh, restriction. No any restriction. Everybody can chant your holy names, and one can chant your holy names, O Lord, in at every time, at day or night, at any place, everywhere. So we see how there are no any restrictions about the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So these restrictions which are described there, which we heard some minutes ago, are obviously about the Gayatri mantras. And also, not everybody can chant the Gayatri mantras, but those persons who have a spiritual master, the spiritual master gives them by the second initiation the Gayatri mantras, and then one has Gayatri mantras to chant. Not everybody can chant Gayatri mantras. So we see how for the Gayatri mantras there are some restrictions. About the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we see from verse 2 of Shikshastakam, there are no any restrictions. Everybody can chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. The names of God, everybody can chant the names of God. And the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and in any place and in any circumstances. No any restriction. And then in verse 2, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says further in Shikshastakam, verse 2, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says further, my misfortune is, O Lord, that I don't have attraction for the chanting of your holy names. So we see here how the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is actually the Lord himself, he's saying he has no attraction for the chanting of the names of the Lord. So one can ask, what can that mean actually? What does that mean? But we know that it is written in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and in other scriptures also, and from lectures, we know that actually Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come. He's the Lord himself, but he has come as a devotee in order to teach us how a devotee behaves, actually to teach, actually to express himself, the mood of devotee. He wanted to play a devotee of the Lord. So the Lord himself wanted to play a devotee of the Lord. To give us an example how one have to behave as a devotee, and also he himself to experience the mood of a devotee, and to experience the love of a pure devotee to the Lord, to experience the love of Srimati Radhika to the Lord Krishna, to express himself the feelings of separation of a pure devotee to the Lord Krishna. And this is expressed in every verse of Shri Shikshastakam, which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have spoken in the 16th century. And as we all know, the topmost pure devotee is Srimati Radhika. After her are the other gopis of Vrindavan in Vraja Lila, and after them are other pure devotees, but the topmost pure devotee is Srimati Radhika. She's the person who Krishna loves more than everybody else, and Srimati Radhika is the person who loves Krishna more than everybody else with the highest love in all the worlds, Madanakya Mahabhava, or Unnata Ujjvala Rasa, which is also expressed in every verse of Shri Shikshastakam. And at the same time, in every verse of Shri Shikshastakam is expressed the love of a pure devotee to the Lord, the crying in separation of a pure devotee from the Lord, but the Unnata Ujjvala Rasa or Madanakya Mahabhava is the highest love in all the worlds, and only Srimati Radhika can love Sri Krishna with this love. Only Srimati Radhika has these feelings. Only Srimati Radhika possesses actually Madanakya Mahabhava or Unnata Ujjvala Rasa. And that's why she's actually the topmost pure devotee, not only among the gopis, but among every other devotee also. We see how a woman is the topmost pure devotee. More elevated devotee as any other devotee among the men. So women are actually the devotees who are more elevated. Srimati Radhika on the first place, and the other gopis of Vrindavana in Vraja Lila. There are after Radhika as pure devotees. So we see how the higher devotees, more elevated devotees are the women actually. This is actually the reality. So Srimati Radhika is the topmost pure devotee, not only among the other gopis, but among every other devotee, men or women. Yes, and now, yes, now, Jai, the Gayatri book, Jai, His Holiness Sachinanda Swami, Jai, His Divine Grace by Jahnava Vrnda, Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Prabhupāda, the Diksha Guru of His Holiness Sachinanda Swami. Now, I wanted also to read from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay. And here, the last time I have read the verse Madhya Lila 899. And there is a purport. The purport of Srila Prabhupada. This is translation of Chaitanya Charitamrita of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Translation in English from His Divine Grace by Jahnava Vrnda, Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Prabhupāda, and the purports, the explanations are also from him. Here the purport to verse Madhya Lila 899, which I read the last time. Purport. This verse is from the Padma Purana and is included in the Lagu Bhagavatamrita 2.1.45 by Srila Rupa Goswami. It also appears in the Adi Lila, chapter 4, verse 215, and again in the Madhya Lila, chapter 18, verse 8. And so we see how this information that the highest devotee, the topmost pure devotee, is Srimati Radhika, and the lake Radhakunda is as dear to Krishna as Srimati Radhika. This beautiful description is in all these verses, which we heard here, Lagu Bhagavatamrita on 245, Adilila chapter 4, verse 215, and Madhya chapter 18, verse 8, and Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 8, 98 and 99, and also in Sri Padashamrita Srila Rupa Goswami, verses 10 and 11. So, in so many places, it is described that Srimati Radhika is the topmost pure devotee among any other devotees, men or women. And the next verse, Madhya Lila 800.
Anyaraditonunam Bhagavan Haririshvaraha Yanavihaya Govinda Pritoya Manayadraha.
When the gopis began to talk among themselves, they said, "Dear friends, the gopi who has been taken away by Krishna to a secluded place must have worshipped the Lord more than anyone else." Purport. The name Radha is derived from this verse, Srimad Bhagavatam 10:30-28, from the words Anaya Raditaha, meaning by her the Lord is worshipped. Sometimes the critics of Srimad Bhagavatam find it difficult to find Radharani's whole name in that book. But the secret is disclosed here in the word Aradita, from which the name Radha has come. Of course, the name of Radharani is directly mentioned in other Puranas. These gopis' worship of Krishna is topmost, and therefore her name is Radha, or the topmost worshipper. Yes, again we hear about that the topmost pure devotee of Shri Krishna is Srimati Radhika. Again, we hear how in his purport, His Divine Grace, Bhacharna Vrnda, Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Prabhupāda confirms this again. Now, I would like also to read from this book, from the third wonderful book, A Place of Sandalwood and Roses, Jai Shrimati Govinda Dasi. Jai His Divine Grace Bhacharna Vrnda Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Prabhupāda, who is the Diksha Guru of Shrimati Govinda Dasi. So, let's see where I was the last time. Just a moment. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. So, the last sentence was that Bonnie, this is Shrimati Govinda Dasi before she was initiated as Govinda Dasi, and her name was Bonnie. Here, the last sentence was that Bonnie loves it. She loves to hear how His Divine Grace Bhacharna Vrnda Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Prabhupāda sings. This is truly ecstatic. Listening to the Swami sing is now her favorite meditation. The Swami sings sweet Sanskrit prayers for what seems like eternity. Then he slowly begins to sing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The room erupts with song as the others join in. Bonnie sits and sways to the sounds of the music, feeling her heart becoming light and joyful with each mantra. The chanting goes on for perhaps half an hour. Then the Swami finishes with more prayers. Momentarily, there is silence, and peace and stillness pervade the entire room. Everyone seems to feel it. Bonnie studies the beautiful blue boy. He stands on the dais next to the Swami's cushion, looking both mischievous and triumphant. He appears to be around 4 to 6 years old. With his left hand on his hip and the other further down, opened as if ready to grasp a flute or pet a cow. His face is round and cherubic with exquisite, perfectly formed features. His lips are the color of red roses. His eyes have a slight rosy tinge to them. They are large like lotus petals and slightly slanted upwards, crowned by bow-shaped eyebrows. Black curls frame his face, which is a rain-cloud blue hue. He looks like a bluish cupid, enchanting everyone with his mysterious Mona Lisa smile. Here, here is he. You can see, maybe you can see. Just a moment, this picture. Everyone adores him. Hippies and devotees alike. The hippies offer him anything they have. Someone has placed a long shell necklace around his neck. Flowers, beads, and bubbles are strewn at his feet. So this is Krishna. Bonnie inhales deeply and savors the Swami's singing, along with the enchantment of the beautiful blue boy who stands beside him. The Swami's lecture begins. So we are suffering in this material world in so many ways. Adhyatmika, Adibautika, Adidaivika. Sufferings by our mind and body. Sufferings from other living entities. Suffering from natural disturbances. Suppose our mind becomes troubled. We have suffered some loss. Our body becomes old or diseased. This is one type of suffering, adhyatmika. Or some thief comes to rob us, adibautika. And adidaivika, sufferings imposed by the material nature, earthquake, or hurricane, or excessive heat and cold. Somehow or other, we are suffering. And how to get out of the suffering? That is the problem. Human life is meant for finding the solution to these problems. Bonnie sits in rapt attention. She is amazed at the Swami's ability to compartmentalize the various problems of the world so exactly. She feels as if he is speaking directly to her. Now I will continue to read it next time. Jai, the book, A Place of Sandalwood and Roses. Jai Srimati Govinda Dasi. Jai His Divine Grace by Charnara Vrnda Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Swami Prabhupāda. Her Diksha Guru. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Lada Dai. Prahlada Lada Dai. Hiranyakashipu Vaksha. Hiranyakashipu Vaksha. Shilatankanakala. Shilatankanakala. Iton Rishimho Paraton Rishimho. Iton Rishimho Paraton Rishimho. Yato Yato Yamitaton Rishimho. Yato Yato Yamitaton Rishimho. Bahir Nishiho Hridayen Rishiho. Bahir Nishiho Hridayen Rishiho. Nrishimhamadim Sharanyam Prapadya. Nrishimhamadim Sharanyam Prapadya. Tava Karakamalavare Nakama Putashrinka Talita Hiranyakashipu Tanobringa Keshavadrita Narhari Rupa
Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare,
Jai Jagadisha Hare
Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jai Jagadisha Hare.
Shimha Janri Shimha Jaya Jai Nrishimha Dev Prahlodesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Bri Nrishimha Janri Shim Jaya Janri Shimha Dev Prahlodesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Bringa Nrishimha Janri Shim Jaya Janri Shimha Dev Prahlodesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Bringa Nrishimha Janri Shim Jaya Janri Shimha Dev Prahlodesha Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Bringa
Drishimhade Jaya, Drishimhade Jaya, Drishimhade Jaya, Drishimhade Jaya, Pravatnishaya, Pravatnishaya, Pravatnishaya Jaya, Pravatnishaya Jaya, Lakshmi Drishaya, Lakshmi Drishaya, Lakshmi Nrsimha Jaya, Lakshmi Nrsimha Jaya, Jagannath Jaya, Jagannath Jaya, Baladev Jaya, Subhadra Jaya, Jagannath Jaya, Jagannath Jaya, Baladev Jaya, Subhadra Jaya, Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai, Gauranitai Jaya, Shri Shri Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai Nittai. Radha Mana, Radha Gopinath, Radha Gokulananda Shri Radha Jaya. Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinath, Radha Gokulananda Shri Radha. Radha Shyam, Radha Shyam, Radha Shyam, Jaya Radha Shyam. Radha Shyam, Radha Shyam, Radha Shyam, Jaya Radha Shyam. Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev. Prabhupāda Jaya, Prabhupāda Jaya, Prabhupāda, Śrīla Prabhupāda. Jai Prabhupāda, Jai Prabhupāda, Jai Prabhupāda, Jaya Śrīla Prabhupāda.
So, as I always say, at the end, as you all know, that I'm not qualified on such topics like Vedic literature or translations on Vedic literature or Vedic poetry and translations on Vedic poetry. So if I try to say something on these topics, I'm not trying to instruct anybody. I'm just only trying to understand these topics. Of course, one have to try to understand them under the guidance of teachers, under the guidance of Diksha, Guru and Chiksha, Gurus. All of you who are Vaishnavas in Raganuga Bhakti and Vaishnavas in Rupanuga Bhakti, you are all my Gurus. Dandavat Pranam to you. Vanchakapatarupascha Kripasnukpevacha Patitna Pavanebhu Vaishnavebhu Namo Namaha. Thank you so much for your attention. Hare Krishna.